Hey, what's good? Welcome back. This is episode 9 of In a Minute, in which we'll cover the Realme NARZO 10. And man, it's been a long while and it feels so good to be back shooting. So, without wasting any more time, let's get started with this video with obviously a minute of the clock.
I got a funny feeling.
Let us start with the performance. We are looking at MediaTek Helio G80 processor, which compared to Snapdragon is close to 710, 712 with 4 gigs of LPDDR4 RAM and 128 GB of eMMC storage. It is not UFS, which basically means that it is slower compared to the UFS storage. Next up, display. We are looking at 6.5-inch LCD display at 720p resolution. Now, let's keep resolution aside for a minute and talk about the mini drop full screen display. It's strange how companies come up with this kind of names because it's not a drop, it's a mini drop. But basically it's the same water drop notch which we have been seeing from a long time, and it has a reasonable chin bezel as well, which is covered by Corning Gorilla Glass 3. Now let us talk about the 720p display, and it is a huge disappointment because Full HD Plus is clearly better than 720p and the competitors are offering it, and also Realme is not able to pull it off. But hey, there are two advantages to it, that is better battery life and better performance because fewer pixels to push. And also I don't think there's any freaking way I'm gonna stick to the 1 minute timer. Might have already blown it off by now because it's been a while and I have lots of thoughts to share and I just want to talk. Next up, battery. We are looking at 5000 mAh battery with 18 watt fast charging through a Type-C port and also a 720p display, so A+ battery life. And now the cameras. On the rear, we have a quad camera setup of a 48 megapixel main sensor, 8 megapixel ultra wide lens, 2 megapixel depth sensor and a 2 megapixel macro lens. And I have a lot of thoughts on it. Firstly, the 48 megapixel main sensor and the ultra wide lens look really promising for the price. But the problem is with the macro lens and the depth sensor because I don't know why they exist. The macro lens can actually be done using an ultra wide lens like how we saw in the OnePlus 8. Maybe that's cost a lot, so they have gone with a dedicated macro lens. But the thing is, why do they need a depth sensor? Because they clearly can do it with other lenses as well. So I think it's just marketing, and also Realme's website is really misleading. The nightscape picture which they have put and the pictures I've seen from the phone don't really look the same. Next up, TikTokers delight front cameras, and we're looking at a 16 megapixel single lens in a mini drop notch, and it looks promising for the price, and yeah, that's it. And now with the specs out of the way, let's talk NARZO, which actually is a sub-brand of a sub-brand, which in turn is a sub-brand of another sub-brand. Phew, that's a lot. Okay, NARZO actually does not mean anything, but it's an acronym where N stands for next level cameras. I would say it's next level with the primary and ultra wide lens because it's pretty promising at this price, but I don't think I would say that for the other two lenses. It's just a marketing thing which I don't really like. A stands for A-class processor, which it definitely is for the price. R stands for remarkable battery, which again it's an outstanding battery. 5000 mAh, 720p resolution, 18 watt fast charging, so yeah, remarkable battery. Z stands for zenith of design. Now I think the Realme NARZO 10, the green color is one of the ugliest phones I've seen. The white one looks really classy, but I don't know how true the zenith of design is because it clearly looks ugly, for me at least. O stands for outstanding display. Outstanding display. Whew, that's a bold claim. It clearly is not outstanding, so Realme kind of does not live up to what they mean by the NARZO phone, but it's clearly a good phone, but I would like to call it as compromised value because the competitors offer equal to this or even a lot more in terms of software. Like the Mi A3, you kind of lose out in the performance, but you're getting way better software and it has one of the best cameras in the league. So yeah, the Mi A3 is there, the Vivo U20 or something, the Redmi Note 8. So if you want detailed comparison videos, I'll do it, but there are a lot on YouTube, so you can check it out. And yeah, that is it, the NARZO 10. I haven't talked about the NARZO 10A in this video because I'll do it in another video if I can. I'm not going to post as often as I used to before because it's my final exam times and I have to study. And yeah, that is it for today's video. Hope you liked it and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, stay safe, stay indoors, have a great day. Take care.
This shit is as real as it gets. You gotta believe cause it's all on myself. I ain't complaining, don't need your respect. I'm trying to say that I'm fine by myself.